So this exercise ball or Swiss ball routine is gonna give you some relief and recovery around your sciatic nerve. A lot of my patients are really surprised that they can do it even if they have a disc herniation that's causing sciatica. This simple but yet effective home routine is gonna give you not only the tools that you need for some relief, but it's gonna give you that resiliency that you're looking for. How do you prevent this? How do you give yourself that relief for a longer period of time? So this routine is gonna be simple and effective, but you're gonna wanna pay attention along the way. We're gonna go over nuances and the details that are going to help make sure you're not going to make your sciatica worse or irritate the sciatic nerve. So there's going to be some things that you're going to want to pay attention to, and that's what makes this different than just doing a general exercise routine, right? We're going to use my knowledge and expertise around improving the sciatic nerve to help give you some recovery, but use this great exercise ball to give you that edge for improving your system and giving you that little bit of a workout to not only improve the nerve, but the muscles and the joints around it. And so it's going to be fun, but you're going to want to pay attention to the instructions. Now, when you go to improve your system or your body or the sciatic nerve, you're going to want to do this about 3 times a week for a couple sets of each of these exercises, but I'm going to go over the details as we go and just make sure you try to stay dedicated to it. Now, you will have some relief even if you do it 1 time a week, so there's some saving grace there, but a little bit more would be better. So a lot of times my patients' eyes get wide when we start going over these exercises, but trust me, they're going to be effective, but you're going to want to listen to the details. And before I talk anymore, let's get started. We're going to use the exercise ball or Swiss ball. We're going to start laying on our back and we're going to do the warm up, and then we're going to move the nerve, and then we're going to strengthen around the nerve. Let's have some fun. Okay, so you're going to want to get on the ground. You're going to want to get your Swiss ball or exercise ball next to you, and we're going to start by warming up the spine. So go ahead and lay on your back. And we're going to get the legs on the Swiss ball here. Okay, so on your back here, we're gonna start with the warm up. You're gonna get both legs on the ball, and this is just gonna be a gentle warm up. So this first exercise is just getting your back and hips and your nerve ready to work and move. So we're gonna go in and out, and we're just going to keep our heels on there, and we're gonna curl up as far as we feel comfortable and go out as far as we feel comfortable. There is no exact way to do this or a perfect range of motion to get, but you just wanna feel like you're using your muscles. You wanna feel like you're warming up your body. We're getting ready, we're setting our attention. I'm gonna go in and out. Now, if you have sciatica, there might be a point in time where you curl up here and you feel a little zinger or a little hip stuff or glute stuff. Like, it's okay, don't go into that, don't cause that, but just flirt with it. Go right up to it and then come out of it. Whew, this is a great little way to warm up. We're gonna do this for about 20 reps or a minute or so. It's really up to you until you feel like you've done enough to warm up. I love doing this as a warm-up because it just gets your body going, and it's fairly simple. It's not super complex. It's really nice. The only thing I tell my patients to avoid is if they have any of that sciatica or nerve discomfort, you're going to want to avoid that. So don't have that. Now, as you're going through, it should feel good, really, really good. So remember, we said that we're not going to have any sciatica through this, and so if you have any sciatica, make sure you take a rest or reduce your range of motion or just change some variable that you're not having discomfort. So heels will be on there. Now we've warmed up. We've done about 20 or 30 reps or so, which is great. So we've warmed up the system. We're making sure we're not causing any nerve pain, and now we're gonna do one of my favorite things, which is a nerve glide. So in this moment, let's pretend that I have my sciatica stuff on my right side. Now remember, sciatica could be glute, it could be hamstring, it could be calf, and I'm really trying to use this routine not only to strengthen around it, but not cause any sciatica. So we're going to first move the nerve. And so we did that a little bit with the in and out here, but we're gonna go right into the nerve glide. And so I'm going to have my left knee bent. I'm gonna hit that ball kind of underneath my thigh, and then I'm gonna have my leg in the air. I'm gonna straighten it out, and I'm kind of pushing my heel, and toes towards the ceiling, and then I'm gonna point my toes and pull them back, point my toes and pull them back. Now what this is doing is gliding the nerve. It's tugging the nerve, it's reducing the inflammation around the nerve, and it's allowing me to set my intention of like, okay, I don't want to have any nerve pain, but I want to make sure that I am actually moving the nerve. So I'm going to point my toes and pull my toes back, point my toes and pull my toes back. I'm going to do that 20 or 30 times. I'm going to go as far as I can as long as I'm not having any sciatica or tingling. Even though that's fairly normal, I don't want to have an increase as I go. So if I feel it a little bit, that's okay, but I don't want to have an increase in discomfort as I go. So I'm just tightening my belly a little bit, I'm pulling my toes back and forth, etc., etc. Now, let's say you have it on your right side, but you're like, Michael, can I do my left side? I'm like, heck yeah, go for it, right? So same thing, we're going to point and pull back, point and pull back. So we're gonna do about 20, 30 reps on each side or just one side. It's really up to you. 20 or 30, why so much? Because it's not a strengthening exercise. It is an exercise to help glide the nerve and move the nerve. Now, if I feel like I can tolerate going higher, I'll just hold my leg in the air and do it and do the nerve glide that way, okay? And that Swiss ball is just kind of a little extra help. And so we do so many because it's not a strengthening exercise. We could do more because that nerve needs to glide. That nerve moves with every step we take. Imagine if I was standing up right now, this is a portion of gait. If I was upright, my leg would be in front of me for some part of the gait cycle, and that means the nerve is moving. So we've started off with warming up the lower back and hips. Now we've warmed up the sciatic nerve. Now we're gonna get to some strengthening. We're gonna wanna switch our position here and get ready to do some work. Make sure you're on the ground, and we're gonna go over the exact steps right now. Okay, so we're gonna continue on working on improving the sciatic nerve and health and do this workout. So we've warmed up, we've moved the nerve, and now it's time to strengthen our back and glutes, okay? Because remember, the sciatic nerve comes out of your lower back, through your glutes, and down the legs. So we need to strengthen around it. So you're gonna have both heels on the ball. Now, this is the one that we're going to lift our butt up. So we're gonna wanna brace ourselves with our hands. You'll see my hands down at my side. I'm going to relax my neck on the ground. We're gonna be doing 2 sets of 12 here. Remember, this is strengthening, so we're not gonna be able to do as many reps, but we're gonna feel a little bit more of a burn. I do recommend for my clients that you don't wanna have any sciatica with this, so let's have a little bit of a bent knee here. Heels firmly into the ball, and then we're gonna lift and squeeze our glutes and come back up. Lift and squeeze our glutes and come back up. Now my hamstrings are really firing here. Whew. Lift and come back up. This is where my patients are really surprised because they're like, man, I have nerve stuff. My backs and hips are just not feeling the same, but yet I'm able to do this. It's because the disc in the back and the vertebrae are designed to move up to this, and you're not gonna have an increase in symptoms if you do this right. So go up, squeeze the glutes. I'll show you what it looks like when my legs are straight. Go up and squeeze the glutes. So the legs straight is a little bit easier. If you're having a hard time with a little bit of knee bend or you're having some cramping into your hamstrings, go ahead and straighten the legs, squeeze the glutes and come back up. Straighten the legs, squeeze the glutes and come back up. Whew. I think we have 2 more here. Squeeze the glutes, come back up. Squeeze the glutes, come back up. Oh. So my hamstrings are burning. If I have a cramp, I'll just straighten my leg. Oh. Straighten each of them. Whew. Strengthening exercise, safe and effective to reduce sciatica pain, but also give you some resiliency for the long run. Whew. You're gonna notice the theme today is that we're gonna be working the glutes, we're gonna be working the core musculature. Now that we've warmed things up and we're feeling better, feel free to do a couple knee tucks as we go. But the same thing again, up, squeeze the glutes, up, squeeze the glutes. I'm gonna do my legs straight. My hamstrings were really starting to cramp. Must be from my workout the other day, but that's okay. Whew, up. Oh, this is not easy, but it's also not causing me any zingers or any pain down my leg. I'm just going up and squeeze my glutes. Now, let's say you haven't done this recently, or if all, or ever, feel free to take a break whenever you need to, just like what I'm doing right now. Let that burning sensation subside, and then get back after it. Ugh. Burning sensation as in soreness of the muscle, not actually nerve pain. Okay, we got 2 more here. Up, up. Now, if you told me, hey, Michael, I could do that one, but I was really pushing through the ground, through my arms to help get myself up, off the ground, that's okay. That's absolutely okay. It's just where you're at right now, but we're gonna work up to 2 sets of 12. Now for the next ones, we're gonna change our position on the Swiss ball. So we're gonna move into a Swiss ball bridge and then start doing some core strengthening as well, but we're using the exercise ball still. We're gonna continue to have some fun. Make sure you take breaks as needed. And again, we don't wanna do anything that causes the sciatica nerve to flare up. Okay, so our next one here, we're gonna start sitting on the ball. This is probably the trickiest one to get into, so just take your time, and if you need to get onto it a different way, just go ahead and do that. But have some confidence in yourself and make sure you're safe. So you're gonna sit on the ball, and then what you're going to do is that you're going to roll out this way. So you'll see me just roll out here. There we go. And I'm gonna make sure my head and neck is supported on the ball. Then I'm gonna have my arms across my chest or on my hips. I don't really care. But then we're going to take our hips and shove them to the ceiling. Up and down, up and down. So this is the Swiss ball bridge, and we're gonna do this to help work the hamstring, glutes, and lower back. And if you put your hands back there, you will feel things firing up, which is awesome. Now with sciatica from a disc herniation, again, the extension feels good, so feel free to go up there and squeeze and come back down, up and squeeze and come back down. We're gonna hit a couple sets of 12 here. And the nuance here that you want to remember is that I'm not taking my butt all the way to the ground. It's because that's a little bit of a flexion moment of your lower back. Let's go ahead and avoid that right now, just so we don't have any of the sciatica, but we're gonna go up, squeeze the hips, up. I got 2 more. 1, 2. Now to rest, I can either come up or I could just hang out there for a second and just give my body a rest. But a key here is just making sure your head and neck is supported, right? We don't want to have any extra head and neck stuff and get our neck muscles super big and strong here, right? We just want to work at the hips. We're gonna go for 12 more here, up and back down. There's 3. Now, where my feet are, they're kind of in line with my hips, but if you like a little wider stance, go for it. If you don't, then don't do it. 5, 6, up, squeeze the glutes, 7, 8, here we go. This one's really good for you. Feels good. 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 12. Ooh, lift those hips, a good squeeze, and come back up. Ooh. Now, it does take a little practice to do that maneuver. I have some people that just start on the ground and kind of just get on the ball from there, but just make sure you're safe. Do this with somebody around if you need to. So we've warmed up the spine, we've moved the nerve, we started doing some strengthening, we worked the glutes and hips there, and now we're gonna work into our core. So we're gonna go right into my next exercise here, which is called stir the pot. And so we're going to start on our hands and knees like this. We're going to put our elbows on the ball, and then we're going to start on our knees and just go back to this right here. So I've got a little bit of a lever, a little bit of distance between my elbows and my knees, and I'm going to be doing clockwise and counterclockwise circles. Now in this exercise, you want to keep your abdominals tight, and you want to make sure that you're not having any sciatica. If you do, just take a break. We're going to do clockwise and counterclockwise circles. And if you're feeling like you're doing really well, then do big circles. The bigger the circles, the harder it is. And if you still feel like you're killing it there, go up into a plank position. Clockwise and counterclockwise circles. We'll do 20 total, 10 each way. I'm almost done here. Clockwise and counterclockwise circles. Feels good. It always feels good. It is what it is. Oh. Now that you've done your reps, you just take a break. This one is a ton of fun. A lot of people are like very shaky and they're very sore after this just because they haven't done any type of abdominal work recently because they've been scared to because they don't want to make their sciatica worse. This one will be safe. So let's go back into it. Elbows on the ball, knees back. And this one we're going to focus on form and quality. So small clockwise and counterclockwise circles, very controlled, very smooth motion. You want to make sure you can get your 20 reps in. The abdominals are endurance-based muscles. They work with everything we do. And this hits our lower back at the same time. Gosh, it's just good. It's just really good. Now, I will tell you, I've had people in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s do this, right? If you have knee discomfort, just put a pillow underneath your knee. But really try to progress from on your knees to in a plank position. Just do this for a week and then see how you do in the next week. So it's a great exercise. So now we've hit the nerve mobility, we've warmed things up, we've strengthened our hips, back, and core, and we're going to move on to my favorite one, and it's gonna be standing, but you're gonna wanna get close to the wall. So grab your ball, get close to a wall, and let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this one's a crowd favorite because you can feel really accomplished and not have any sciatica at all and give you a nice good burn into the legs. So you're gonna take the Swiss ball or the exercise ball, you're gonna put it against the wall and put it in the small of your back. So it's a little lower than you think. And then you're gonna have a good lean into the ball. I'm at a good decline here that I don't feel like I'm going to fall. I'm strong and I'm stable, but I'm definitely leaning into it enough that if the ball wasn't there, I would be falling backwards. So you're gonna have a good lean into the ball. You're gonna separate your knees about shoulder width apart. And then you're gonna go down into the squat, come back up. Down into the squat and come back up. It's primarily quads. We're driving the heels into the ground, and you're just gonna feel your quads working. It feels good, right? Well, it depends your definition of good, right? But no sciatica here. Now the depth is really up to you. You can go as far as you would like so that you can get up on your own power and you don't have any increase in sciatica pain. So we've done about 9 here, 10. We're gonna go 2 sets of 12, 11, and 12. Whew. So I just straighten my legs. You can relax and bend over for a second. Whew. Just lean into it. And now we've worked the quads here. We're driving the heels into the ground. We're gonna hit our last set of 12. 1, 2, you don't have to go very far. 3, 4, 5. We don't have any sciatica. You can do this at many stages of life. 8, 4 more. 9, 10, 11, 12. Whew. So, Swiss ball squat feels really good. You feel really accomplished. You know that you did something. We've worked on not only improving the mobility of the nerve, having relief of the nerve pain, but then we're working on strengthening the system around the nerve. We've done enough today to help improve the sciatica nerve, the muscles around it, and how you feel, and give you that little extra boost of that natural opioid release that you get from exercise. It's just a win-win. And so when you're looking for an exercise ball workout, this is gonna be a safe one for you to do to take you from relief to resiliency. I hope you guys enjoyed the exercises today. If you have any questions about form or nuances, or if you experience something weird during the workout, let me know. Leave it in the comments and I will get back to you. But otherwise, guys, I appreciate you guys hanging with me. And as always, stay healthy, keep moving, and take care of yourself.